just got it has to be PG.
Okay. You can be PG today.
Yep.
Which is
No cursing.
It does mean parental guidance.
Parental guidance is advised. On
Yeah.
this episode only. The other ones you can listen to without parental.
Even though.
Because this one, we're going to get a bit serious in this episode. So, when I tried to fit that square block into the circle hole, I was saddened deeply. Because I thought I could do what I believed I could do. And trying that showed me that this world is unfair.
Huh.
Yeah. That we are all in a systematic blockchain that we just are dropped into the holes we are supposed to fit into, but we can't go outside of that. Because you might be that square trying to go into that circle, but you will never be a circle. You will always be a square.
Okay. I guess I was supposed to be inspirational on some level. Is this what you sound like when half your vocabulary is gone because we're doing PG?
Yeah, that's the only way I could be funny. With long words. And nothing else. Nothing else is long.
The podcast is pretty long.
This train's pretty long. What are they moving? Wood?
One time, in like first grade, I was at recess, and they put me in timeout or whatever.
Yeah.
And the teacher said count to 200 before I could go, right? And I started skip counting by 100. And she let me go.
That's smart as shit. Oh my god. Damn, I would have counted that, but I would have done it proudly. Like 100, 200. I think I did do that. Like,
cursed.
Did I?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh man, I might have to beep that out.
just disregard that. I never did that. I would have done that proudly without any like punishment.
Yeah.
I think I did do that. I was very braggadocious with my math skills in 4th grade. I would do like 5x5 like digit like multiplication.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah. It's funny how that kind of stuff mattered so much to us back then.
Yeah. And then one time, because of it, my teacher made me tutor the other kids.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm in 4th grade. I don't know how to tutor. And so I was just like, even from then, I had my political answer of, we just have different thinking processes. So I can't really tell you how to do stuff. Because I think differently.
That's a very
so
creative
even
way
then,
of getting out of that.
So even then, I was still bragging.
Yeah.
I've always had an ego of sorts.
I find that acting smart doesn't really do much for you.
It doesn't. It makes people not envy you, but what's it called? Not hate you. They do hate you sometimes, but not like. They're irritated by you. That's what it is. You're irritating. Because you're like this little child who's like, yeah, I know where the verbs go. I know how to use the right the or the right there.
The right the?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The right the.
What's the wrong the?
The.
Oh.
Yeah. You use the wrong one. There's the and then there's the. See, most people don't know. So there's the, which you use like when like single possessive nouns, and then there's the, which you use for plural possessive nouns. And then the other, though, we don't really talk about because they were abandoned, like, in 1946, you know.
Where do you get this stuff from?
What?
Where?
I read the Alexandria Library books.
Then it has something about 1946 in it?
Yeah. The one, you know the one that burnt down in Rome? Yeah, I read those books because I was there. And then after reading all that knowledge and then implementing it into my daily life, I burned the library.
Okay.
So I burned the greatest collection of information in the world at the time.
Set us back like 2,000 years worth of progress.
Yeah, because I thought it would be funny. And you know what? In retrospect, it was, because now a bunch of historians are crying.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we could have seen recorded records of the aliens coming over and building the pyramids.
I think you were talking about History Channel. Historians.
Huh?
History Channel?
What about them? You always say history, you never say her story. Or their story.
Okay.
You're not very progressive in your ideals. Oh yeah. So I tried to sell it to that guy before, but he clearly doesn't want it. I don't know why. But I have this 2006 Nissan Sentra that I'm trying to sell.
Really?
Yeah, it's got pretty crap transmissions.
This is not a good advertisement job.
The headlights blinker a lot, you know, how do I say this? The tires always have holes in them, even when you replace them.
This isn't...
The radio plays this eerie, like, screechy noise.
You're doing a horrible job.
The seats are low-key comfortable, but they are drenched in oil because they did spill one time. And then the headlights, the dashboard, like where it shows you the miles and stuff, it like shows you the incorrect miles per hour by like 15. Whether that be over or under, that's what you have to decide.
I feel like that wouldn't be that difficult to figure out, but still.
And so yeah, I'm selling it for about 10 grand.
It's
might be 20 grand in fixes, but you know, you won't find a deal like this anywhere else.
Yeah, of course not.
This bad boy.
Yeah,
oh, also 200,000 miles. I know, impressive. It holds up. It holds up to the best of them. You know, the 1974 Mustang, the 1990 Porsche.
It's a Nissan Sentra.
The Jaguar released recently. Some would include the Tesla in there.
The T-Bird?
And then, right above all those, my 2006 Nissan Sentra.
Like, just yours?
Mine. Because it's special. I'll tell you, it's special.
Yeah.
It's seen things that no one has ever seen. What may that be? I don't know. I can't tell you. You gotta buy it. Because also, the prototype to my book is in there. And that kind of raises the value a bit too, so, you know.
Is it a good book?
Yeah, because it's detailing my life.
I feel like you should be paying to get rid of that. Instead of getting paid.
So anyway, I'm looking at about 10 grand for this Nissan Sentra.
I don't have that much money, first of all.
You have more? Okay, I'd be willing to raise it to 20.
I don't have that much money.
30?
I have like $40.
So 40 grand is what I'm hearing.
From where?
I'm hearing 40 grand, and that's music to my ears. Because that will pay off my debt that I own to the loan sharks.
Why do you...
Don't worry about it. But I do need this money bad. So if you could just send that money over, like, that'd be great.
I have $40.
40 grand, that's great. I'll make it a bit cheap for you. 42 grand. Inflation's crazy right now. So that happens.
Did you?
No, I didn't, because let me tell you something. Back when I was in Vietnam, me and this guy were about to pick up. We were in the same platoon, right? But he never had my back. So one time when we were inspecting the jungles of Vietnam, there was somebody sneaking up behind us. But because this little guy that's about to come out that door, or that guy right there, he was supposed to be this lookout for behind us. But you know what he did? Went to go take a piss. And so now, and then we got attacked by the Vietnamese.
By the Vietnamese?
Because
it's
this guy, it's all your fault.
What did I do?
You weren't the lookout for the guy sneaking up behind us during the Vietnam War.
Vietnam.
Oh, look at him now.
He doesn't remember. Also, keep it PG. Nothing.
PG episode.
No cursing. No sexual
about the
innuendos.
Vietnam War.
Yeah.
But Dad doesn't require. We're teaching the kids.
That's not very.
We're spitting some games to the kids. Huh? Did you just say what? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Landmines aren't exactly.
You just said a curse word.
Landmines aren't exactly the most family-friendly thing.
You don't get it at all. All right, now let me tell you about the 2008 recession.
2008 recession.
So,
I think landmines are family friendly. You can say that your family's like pieces of yourself, and a landmine causes you to break into many pieces.
It's really fun for the whole family. Oh yeah, okay. I actually have a proposal for you. So I have this really nice 2006 Nissan Sentra that's going for 10 grand. And I'll tell you what. So basically, it's a classic piece. It's like the 1974 Mustang, the 1990 Porsche. Some would say, some would include Teslas in there.
Is it manual or automatic?
But then above those cars,
oh my God,
is my 2006 Nissan Sentra. It is the pinnacle of car manufacturing. This baby has 200,000 miles on it.
Is it manual or automatic?
Manual.
Yeah, I don't know.
It has 200,000 miles on it. The transmission is a bit skewed.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how to drive manual.
The headlights kind of blinker a bit.
He's still talking.
The miles per hour tell you a wrong number, whether that be 15 miles per hour up or 15 miles per hour down. The power fluid constantly leaks.
Who put him in a podcast?
The gas also corrodes after like two days.
2 days? So I gotta get a...
You gotta get constantly, but you just put some tape in there, and then the most important part is the air conditioning not only does not work, but also spews up old gas infused dust.
The AC?
Yeah.
So why are you trying to sell this when this is killing somebody?
Because it is a timely classic that only the best deserve.
Timely classics only work as a selling point when it actually works.
It is a timely classic. It has
or at least looks good.
It looks great. Have you guys ever seen my 2006 Nissan Sentra?
Yes, it looks like shit.
That's How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You're gonna have to bleep that.
You're making my job so difficult.
How dare you? How dare you say that word?
It looks like crap.
You're egregious.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
You're egregious.
It looks like poop.
You stink of poop.
What the fuck?
Gonna devolve.
You just said it again!
Hey!
You can't even hear it!
No, you can! There's no excuse. Just because you can't hear it doesn't mean you can say it. We should start imposing that rule. No cursing in this car.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Huh? He has it on his thing. But that would be funny. No cursing in this car. Okay. So, yeah. This Nissan Sentra. I have a lot of debt with Loan Shark, so I kind of need to get rid of it. Henry has offered to pay 40 grand for it. So.
Why would you pay 40 grand for a car is offered for 10 grand?
So if you're.
I told him I only have $40.
Oh.
So he has 40 grand in the bank right now, and I'd be willing to accept that. But Lewis, if you want to offer more, I'd also be willing to accept that too.
The highest I'd go is $3.
You have $3 million for this Timey Classic.
No.
That is crazy. You know what? Deal. The Loan Sharks will be very happy. That. Now let's talk about the 2008 recession.
Okay.
So, for any of you who don't know, the reason that occurred was because people were taking loans for their houses, and the banks would have those loans, right? And companies outside of those banks would be like, hey, I want to buy those loans off you. And so the banks got a guaranteed way to get the money they were owed without any risk, and then the companies would get all these these loans, and they'd get the money. Because of this, they just kept doing it, and it was like infinite money. It was like an infinite money glitch. And so because of that, the bank started offering lower and lower loans to like more untrustworthy people so they could get more money. Huh? Their credit scores are bad. Like that.
Therefore, their character was bad.
That's not what I meant, but in the eyes of the law, sure. So yeah, they would offer up these loans, and so more and more people were getting mortgages at lower interest rates. And so basically everybody bought a house. Even if you already had a house, you were considering buying a second house. Then it all went to the ground, and the housing market just plundered. And those companies who would buy up all those loans, they defaulted. And then one guy who made billions off of this, betted against this happening, like betted against the housing market, because he knew that it was gonna crash and burn.
Isn't that insider trading?
No, he predicted it. Like, it's not hard to predict it. All this is public info. Yeah.
Did you say unless you're Republican?
Huh?
Did you say unless you're Republican?
What? No. What? Where did you get that from? What? But no, yeah, it's not, it wasn't hard nonsense. It wasn't a hard, like, trend to see. But yeah, he saw that, bet against the housing market, and then when it fell, he got the money. This then led to the recession of the housing market, and then the global recession in general, as the U.S. had to help out.
Who was the guy who bet against the housing market?
I don't remember. I'm just gonna say Martin Shkreli, because that'd be kind of funny if he did. But no, it wasn't him. But it'd be funny if Martin Shkreli did that, and then also years later would upcharge tenfold his medicine.
I think it's way more than tenfold.
And then bought the Wu-Tang album, the one-of-a-kind Wu-Tang album. So let me tell you about Martin Shkreli.
Okay.
So he started up this medicinal pharmaceutical company, right? And he was like, I'm gonna be a billionaire. He decided that day one, like a hustler, businessman mindset would do. I'm gonna be successful. And so he put his mind to that and all his effort. And so he started producing these things, maybe bought out a couple companies. And then he, did the big brain move that no one else had thought of and jacked the prices up by 1,000%. Oh, no, not 1,000. Times 1,000. Maybe 4,000 on some occasions.
Yeah.
And you know what? That basically means that Advil would go from like $50 or like $20 to like $5,000.
Yeah, and people would buy it still because
They needed it.
Need it or they're gonna die, which
Yeah.
is horrible.
Which, looking back, morally, ethically, it is wrong.
Looking back,
But
of course,
at the time, it was
No.
pulling in bank
it's probably still making lots of money.
And
but that's not
great.
what's important.
for the stockholders. So he was let on.
Almost let on.
I can't wait to name this episode. It's gonna be like,
And then Martin Shkreli got a bit too greedy.
PG Vietnam War.
And then he got a bit too greedy. He decided to buy that 1 of 1 vinyl Wu-Tang album. And then the IRS was like, "Whoa, buddy."
it's gonna be like Martin Shkreli in a 2006 Nissan Sentra. That's what the title is.
Can you Photoshop that Martin Shkreli into the?
Can you?
Oh,
I
man, the
can. I
Vietnam
can.
jungle.
I could try. And then put it in the Vietnam jungle. Yeah. So basically, I think that Martin Shkreli didn't do anything wrong.
You don't?
No,
Interesting.
because he just did what he was supposed to be a billionaire, and he did something innovative that nobody else thought of.
What was he supposed to do?
I do think that, there's a flaw in the system if you can, overprice stuff people need to survive like that.
Yeah.
So, oh god, what do I do now?
So
There's an A-team. Okay.
Yeah.
Why the-
Don't pass it.
Yeah, that's for sure. But, yeah, so it's like somebody was bound to exploit that.
yeah, and I'm glad it was Martin Shkreli because I don't know if you looked at him, but he was never the most good-looking guy in the room, never the smartest, very kind of average. But he saw something that others didn't. Sure, just to be safe. He saw something that others didn't, and really took advantage of it.
Rising here?
Yeah. And because of that, he's in jail now.
Also, his last name is Shkreli.
That's a fire name.
Shkreli's a fire name.
Yeah, Martin Shkreli. That would be a director. If that was the guy was a director,
That is a director.
you would be
That's
you would
true.
be singing his praises.
That is a director name. Why not?
Exactly. So, and you know what? He directed the greatest heist of all time. Not right. Just
This guy, am I right?
yeah. So basically, I want you guys to learn from Martin Shkreli and to take advantage of those
Vulnerable people.
vulnerable people. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
For all their money,
All of it?
Yeah.
Or just like half of it.
all of it,
Even if it's just pennies.
whatever business that may be.
Loaning. Like you want me to take advantage of all their money, even if it's just pennies.
Yeah. So for you, Louis, I'd recommend getting into the League of Legends business and
Can't wait for that.
take advantage of those lonely men. Act like a girl. Get them to pay you stuff. Be like, I'm a grill in game chat, and then they'd be flocking to your DMs.
Well, see, that would work if the League of Legends community wasn't sexist.
Yeah, but some of them will flock to your DMs.
I mean, they'll still flock to your DMs, just either simp or insult.
Exactly. But even the insults, the only reason they're still
Yeah.
in there because they do want something. So, And then as for you,
New World.
oh yeah, how is New World going?
It's good. I don't have enough free time to play it how I'd like. But over the break, definitely.
All right, that's good
It's-
to hear.
It's been a really good game, but yeah.
Right on.
Right on. Now, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was a tremendous a bill to be passed by the United States.
Like, is it a good thing or a bad thing?
What do you mean?
Like, was the Voting Rights Act of 1964 a good thing or a bad thing?
Why-
It depends. Are you a white supremacist?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm here to play devil's advocate and say it was a good thing.
Yeah. The Voting Rights Act of
Yeah.
a good
Turn
thing.
right.
You always need somebody to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
You're not playing devil's advocate by saying it's a good thing.
I need to be edgy and play devil's advocate. Because my humor relies on saying what the popular crowd doesn't think it's funny. And going against the grain.
Well, you're certainly not saying anything the popular crowd thinks is funny. That's for sure.
Offending as many people as possible.
And offending as many people as possible. Yeah, exactly. Because I, for one...
Even without cursing or talking about...
Because I think that I am superior. So...
Yes, he definitely does.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I think he's just a scared little boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Why would you say such thing? That hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. Oh, he discovered my elbow, mama. My sequence. What are you doing? Next episode.
Pink. Is that?
Now the next episode.
That's a pink Mustang.
We will see the most profanity stuff, but in a children's voice, like a child.
Okay.
Mother.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we don't have.
Oh yeah. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. You know.
I have a research paper, right?
On Thanksgiving.
Yep.
What is wrong with you?
Is that my fault?
Why didn't you just do it earlier? Why would you do it on Thanksgiving?
What class?
English.
What is, like, genuinely? You like sometimes you.
My what? Huh? My what?
How do I say this without being profane? We are taking a survey to see how many classes are meeting face to face today. Do the survey and remind.
No.
You are a moron.
That's so profane.
That's not, because I've heard it used in NBC's Curious George.
Someone calling Curious George a moron or something?
No, Curious George is going around calling the guy with the yellow hat and his wife. He was like, yeah.
He has a wife?
He has a wife?
Yeah.
I thought he got divorced.
He was divorced?
He was divorced? What?
I don't fucking know.
What? Hey!
God,
Hey!
This man just
Oh my
swerved.
God.
Hey, man! Don't say that. Kids are listening. You are egregious. You are disrespecting everything we know. I want to see him on the court today, and I'm gonna push him over. I'm gonna break his ankles,
He's such a dummy.
snap his head off.
Oh, that's bad.
Bit gruesome, yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going there.
Oh.
Now I will tell you why the 1996 Chicago Bulls were the greatest team. So first of all, they had the main man, the guy,
Steve Kerr.
John Paxton. Tony Kukoc was the guy on the team. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where they'd be.
I don't know where they are now.
Probably in your ass.
Wow.
Yo, you gotta stop.
Oh my
Like,
God.
seriously,
Someone toss him out of the car.
I'm gonna freak out.
They wouldn't even know I was saying
I'm
that.
gonna have a mental breakdown if
Wouldn't
you don't
even know
stop.
I'm saying that you didn't point it out.
You are messing with our revenue.
Close your mouth.
You know that, right? I don't want to hear you talk for the rest of this episode.
We're not gonna get paid, man.
We're not gonna get paid.
We're gonna get the sweet cash.
Why would you get...
Hey!
I bet if we don't get paid for this video, it's gonna be your fault.
You don't even have a deal.
If we don't get paid for this video, it's your fault.
God.
I swear to God. Wait, why does she want our course stuff? Like, are we not gonna go? I don't.
Yeah, well, most people aren't having classes, so she'll make sure that nobody's having classes, and then we'll watch a movie, and both classes, everybody will be there at once watching the movie.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. Okay. I see. Google Gaga.
We can all go canoodle in the corner.
I want to canoodle in the corner.
Want to canoodle in the corner?
Anybody bring their blanket? We can get cold.
What?
Yo, what I tell, bro, I swear to God, bro, why are you saying, dog? You're egregious with these words, man. I can't believe you.
This is what you're gonna have to get out of the car.
You're
here.
gonna have to get out the car.
Like,
I'm
in
being
30 seconds. You're gonna be getting.
I'm being dead ass.
So
You're
was
gonna have to get
everyone
out the car. Like, I'm being very fucking serious. You're
Oh,
gonna have to get out the car.
hey,
I'm being so fucking serious. I fucking hate you. What the fuck, bitch? You cunt. You stupid cunt. Cunt. Oh shit, still recording. Cunt. Off the record, you're a cunt. 2006 Nissan Sentra for sale. It's on Craigslist.
Why do you want me to buy your 2000?
Buy my Sentra. Buy my Sentra, please.
Why?
The loan sharks are coming for me. Support Vietnam.